Hello friends, here we are off on another adventure to buy another car. It is a 1999 Dodge Ramcharger this time. We're going to go to a state called Guanajuato. You guys that watched Breaking Bad should know about that state. And we're going to drive it to Veracruz. I will keep you updated on the way. We're going to be getting on one of these buses and it's going to take us 12 hours to the city of Guadalajara. From there, we get a hotel, sleep for a couple of hours, get on a bus at 1:30 to go to where the truck is. So I will catch you up from there.
De hecho, yo compré una muy limpia por 100.
Sí. No, y te digo que fácilmente tenía 2 meses de vida. Pegaron aquí y allá, allá. Oye, mándame una foto de la RAM verde cuando recién llegó. Es que aquí le estoy viendo un detalle, pero yo estoy seguro que no lo tenía. Mándame una foto, no, sino para decirle a Isra, pues alguien le tuvo que haber pegado. Si tienes una foto del lado derecho, izquierdo de la camioneta, del lado piloto.
I think this is painted. Missing the thing from over here.
De refacción. Este es muy común aquí. Si sé que es plástico. Hello friends, we bought our truck, we are in Guadalajara, we're ready to leave to go home. That's a whole story in and of itself. If you were watching the lives, you know why we didn't take this to Veracruz. While it was parked out there, and this was not in the pictures, somebody ran into the side of it. It goes in now, so it's got damage all the way down, but we got some money off the price. See? We put new tires on it. This is a 1999 Dodge Ramcharger SLT Plus, which means leather seat with cloth inserts. And very few of them have that third back seat back there. What?
Mrs. Spec does not come included in the truck.
No, she doesn't. But now you know. The dashboard was replaced at some point. Jesus. This was not cracked last night. But it has a few cracks in it. Don't know how that happened. This is a one-owner truck, but does that really mean anything if it wasn't well cared for? It's got intact taillights, which are unattanium. It's got a trailer hitch. I do not see the connection for the lights though. It's been in has had a few different license plates. These are the original wheels that came on it when it was new. This was much dirtier yesterday. A little damage there. Much dirtier yesterday. Mrs. Spec is going to insert the pictures of the ones that we saw on Facebook Marketplace. And you tell me how much different they are than what the truck really is. The reason we did not take this to Veracruz is because we are going to paint this truck. I'm taking it home so it can be painted. The bumpers, the hood, all the damage is going to be fixed. It's going to be painted. It's forest green again. It's going to come out really nice. And then we were going to deliver it to Veracruz to be delivered to Jacksonville, Florida via ship. So right now we are taking off. We're going to be going live. Of course, this is going to come out way after that, but hopefully some of you have already seen the live of our trip back home. And this was a selling point to the truck. Mrs. Spec thinks it says Jazz, but I just think it says ass. So there you go. Okay, we'll keep you updated along the way. We drove it 400 kilometers to come here, and the truck is running pretty well. It's got a little problem with the speed sensor, which is somewhere on this truck, and we'll take care of that when I get home. So we will see you in a bit. nieve. There's a lot of scenery around here. You want?
Yes. Well, yes.
Hello everybody. We're taking the 99 Ramcharger to the gate of the port to ship it off to Jacksonville, Florida. You can see the scenery around here. Life must be very slow here because there's no way to drive fast around here. The way the streets are, the speed bumps and everything. But these are very, very old buildings that are still here. Waiting for us. The Mexican customs agent is in the Kia Sportage up there. We got Smokey Joe in front of us. It's time to retire that Suru. Time to retire it. Or rebuild the engine, one or the other. So, show out that way. That's the port out there. That's the water. That's the Atlantic Ocean right there. We've done all the paperwork. The truck is ready to be delivered to the port. The truck was cleaned this morning, completely cleaned of everything, inside and out. It will be loaded onto the ship on February 20th to be delivered probably around the 24th of February to the port, and then the client can pick it up there. Well, we're down to a half a tank, so that's good. But now she told us there's not a problem with however much fuel it has. Because she says inside the port, the truck's going to have to drive like 20 kilometers to get, I think that's what she said, to get to wherever it's going to go, inside the port. Of course, she might have been talking about outside. I don't know. But it had to drive 20 kilometers.
No, she said inside. Because she said the port is really long.
Yeah, the port is really big. I hope she knows where she's going because I do not. Administration of System National Port, Marina. Yeah, that's where they load the containers onto the ships. Look at all the new cars over there. All the new cars being shipped out. Or new cars that just came in. They may have come in and then they're going to be loaded onto transports and taken to dealers all over the country. I'm not sure. Or they came in, they're going to be loaded on transport and they're going to be brought up to the border and then, I don't know. I don't know which one they are. Said it would take about 15 minutes to get to the gate of the port. Or the port gate, if you will. This is a pretty nice area. It kind of surprises me that there's so much greenery right at the ocean where all the salt is in the air.
Yeah.
But it seems to be growing pretty well. And today is February 9th of 2026. And it's almost 80 degrees, or is 80 degrees outside, so we're inside the truck in the wintertime in February with the air conditioning on to cool us down. It's crazy how warm it is here. Being right at the Atlantic Ocean, you would think it'd be cool. Jalapa. We were already there. Don't get close to me with that thing. An old Super Duty Ford work truck. Not in good condition. That one. Just want to document this whole process. It's the first time we're doing it, so for future clients and for us, you can see how it's done as well. The truck will only be here since today is the 9th. It'll only be at the port for 11 days before being loaded onto the ship, and it takes approximately 4 days from the time that the ship leaves here to arrive in Florida. So it's not a long period of time. But the ship only comes here once a month. I think it's once a month.
Approximately, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they skip a month, but from what we've been watching, it's been once a month. And we have to get the vehicle here 15 days before the ship leaves. With this one, we've been doing the paperwork before that, so we're cutting it a little closer. But if it doesn't make it within that 15 days, it has to stay here until the next month, which will incur a little bit of extra storage charges. So there's a lot of logistics involved in shipping this off, because there's a lot of documents that need to be created, a lot of government agencies that need to be notified that a vehicle is being shipped out of the country, which is that's what we pay the Mexican customs agent to do. I'm saying Mexican customs agent because there's also a U.S. customs agent that the buyer of the vehicle deals with, and the U.S. now charges tariffs on these vehicles, so that's where that is paid. But this is paid here. We have to pay them for all of the documents that they do, and it's well worth it, because without this person, the paperwork would be a nightmare for anybody trying to do it. So pay them a little bit of money and just cut out all the headache. She did say we were going to like the edge of town.
Yeah, outside of town.
So I don't know how big this town is. So we'll see what happens. No, purple. Stay away from my new paint. What I've noticed is what they do not sell here in this town in Veracruz is mufflers for motorcycles. Nobody has a muffler on their motorcycle. They are very, very loud when they drive by. Isn't this where we came in?
I think so. Because it's going to Jalapa.
Yeah. This is where we came in. And weirdly enough, we stayed in a hotel right by the water, and I didn't know where this person's office was, so we went and got the truck washed, and Mrs. Spec gave me the directions back to the office, back to her office, and it's like 3 streets over from our hotel. I didn't even realize it was that close, on the same street. The same street, which is like the street that goes by the water. Show that green car right there. That car is called FAW. It was sold in Mexico for only a few years. It's a Chinese company, and then they pulled out. That was before the Chinese companies came in and dumped all of their products. I think there's over 25 Chinese companies now that sell vehicles in Mexico. They're all here. So this is a Sabiero that Una was talking about last night. I'm going to have to see what a 15-year-old one looks like to see if it's something that he would want to buy from us. I don't know how long the name Sabiero has been actually used, but since they don't change them ever, it's possible that they've been around for 15, 16, 17 years exactly like that. So that is possible. Here's another one over here, this red one, with a can with a shell on it.
I think that's the autos on overstock.
Yeah, I think it is. The Chevrolet dealer. Yes, it sure is. It's funny because when we came into town, this is where we came. I bought a bulb and some screws at that AutoZone right there to the left. Yeah, we've already been here. Nobody told us we were coming back. Could have gotten a hotel over here.
MSC.
Huh?
MSC. That's the transportation company.
Gotta watch these motorcycles that lane cut. They don't take your mirror off or scratch your paint, especially in such a white Ramcharger like this. In case we didn't mention, we're driving a 1999 Dodge Ramcharger. If you don't know what it is, look it up. They were made in Mexico from 1999 to 2001 and only sold in Mexico. They're based on the 1994, the Gen 2 Ram trucks. This one is the fully loaded version, the SLT Plus with the 5.9 liter Magnum under the hood, automatic, the third seat in the back. Are we turning here? Oh, no, red light. With a third seat in the back, which very few of them have. We had the truck painted for the client and then brought it down here to be shipped over to Florida, where he could pick it up because he spends a lot of time in Florida. So it was more convenient for him. But it was a nice ride down here. We drove the truck 1,111 miles to get here. And the truck performed really well. Very smooth on the highway. When the highway is smooth. I don't think I'd want to live in this town, but it's okay to visit. I'm assuming she needs gas.
Mm. Wait for that one to get out. I'm gonna stop the video and start a new one.
Okay.
Y es que aquí es el final de la bueno, por así decirlo. Todo eso que
We're delivering the truck to the driver that is gonna bring it into the port. We're not allowed to go into the port ourselves. He is. He has the paperwork to do so. But yeah, he's gonna deliver the truck for us. We're just parked here because it's safer than parking by the side of the highway.
Please like, share, subscribe. Actually, subscribe first, then do the rest. Have a great day.